Harnden, however, continued the assault, choking her with her bare hands. This was not a crime of passion. It was a calculated and brutal act.
And today we're reacting to she was offered $11,000 for a night by her friend's boyfriend, an NBA G League player, later found deceased. 11 bands, bro. Damn. That's so unfortunate. This is unfortunate that this is somebody's reality. We're gonna see this story now. If you're in this field and you get $11,000 offer, damn. What am I looking at right now?
Now almost 2 weeks since Marina Rogers first went missing,
It's in Vegas
Metro
too.
has provided an update saying they found her body and they believe to know who's responsible in her death.
This her? She look kind of good, I ain't gonna lie. Just before. You know, somebody asked me, I think it was my girl that asked me, like, what do you think that people like know when they're about, like, have like a gut or weird feeling when they're about to die? And I was like, maybe sometimes, but I feel like a lot of the time, no. Like, you just living regular and then it's just like, that's how fast that shit go. Boom.
In December 2023, a 23-year-old Marina Rogers, a medical assistant from Washington State, was reported missing in the Las Vegas area. Her remains were later discovered in a desert area in Henderson, Nevada. Chance Comanche, a 27-year-old former NBA G League player who most recently played for the Stockton Kings.
Wow.
He was charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit murder, and first-degree kidnapping. Sakari Harnden, a 19-year-old woman who was also charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit murder, and first-degree
kicking
kidnapping.
it with 19-year-olds.
Court documents suggested that the motive behind the murder might have been related to a Rolex watch, indicating a possible robbery. Comanche reportedly confessed to planning the murder.
Wow.
Both he and Harnden were arrested and faced open murder charges in the death of Rogers. What happens when an exciting getaway turns into a horrifying nightmare? What if the person you trusted most was harboring a dark and deadly secret? Before diving into this story, we want to take a moment to extend our heartfelt condolences to the friends, family, and loved ones.
Absolutely.
This devastating loss has left an irreplaceable void in the lives of those who knew and cherished her. This story will be taking us to Las Vegas, a city known for its dazzling lights, world-class entertainment, and unforgettable experiences. In recent years, Las Vegas concerns about rising crime rates, including incidents of gun violence, have cast a shadow over the city's allure. Marina Rogers wasn't just another tourist visiting Las Vegas for a fleeting experience. She was a 23-year-old medical assistant from Linwood, Washington, with a life waiting.
That's an interesting tap. 24, right here. Interesting.
For her back home. A boyfriend and a community of friends described her as outgoing and compassionate. This trip to Las Vegas was meant to be a short getaway, a brief escape from her everyday routine. It was entirely out of character for her to disappear without explanation. This isn't the story of someone who chose to run away, it's the tragic story of someone whose life was taken. But by whom? The last time anyone heard from Marina was on the evening of December 5, 2023. She had reportedly ordered an Uber to Summerlin, a community in West Las Vegas, but she never arrived. According to reports, Marina was sharing her location with friends and family through her cell phone. But then something strange happened.
I feel like everybody, y'all's location should be shared with your loved ones, bro. Make sure your location is shared with somebody, with the people you trust.
Her last known location pinged around 3 a.m. on December 6th, near Restless River Street, about 11 miles south of the Las Vegas Strip and close to the Reno Freeway. This was an area she had no reason to be in. By the following morning, silence. No texts, no calls, no updates. Her boyfriend and closest friends were frantic, certain that something was terribly wrong. Marina had left her car, money, debit cards, and all her belongings behind.
Okay, so what I thought this was a video about a toot. That's what we call them here, so not flag none. I thought this was a video about a toot in Las Vegas. This seems to be somebody visiting, having fun, and she was in a relationship, and it sounds like she's about to go for this 11 bands.
They did the only thing they could. They reported her missing.
Marina Rogers was reported missing on December 7th, not long after she was last seen with friends. And police down in Las Vegas say detectives suspected foul play early on into the investigation.
From the outset, investigators knew this wasn't a typical missing persons case. Marina had no history of running away. She was a young woman with a steady job, a supportive family, and pets waiting for her. The fact that she left behind her car, her belongings, and any access to money screamed foul play. This wasn't a random disappearance. Marina had been taken. But who would want to harm her? And why? As investigators began piecing together the mystery, their attention quickly turned to those closest to Marina. One name surfaced almost immediately: Sakari Harnden, a 19-year-old who was described as a friend of Marina. But as they delved deeper into Sakari's past, troubling details began to emerge.
So they above 19.
Rumors hinted at a history of instability and involvement in sex work,
look good.
a stark contrast to Marina's seemingly steady and happy life.
Video of a girl that you probably, that somebody, one of y'all follow on y'all IG. Just look like that. It's music. Yeah.
By the way, we post true crime stories and your support person to see her alive. According to detectives, the two had arranged to meet in Las Vegas, a meeting that quickly became a focal point of the investigation. But what exactly was the nature of their relationship? It remains uncleared. From the outset, Sakari's account was riddled with inconsistencies. She claimed to know little about Marina's disappearance. Yet surveillance footage from the night of December 6th revealed a different story.
Right.
The footage showed Sakari and Marina entering a Las Vegas liquor store together. Sakari wasn't alone in this unraveling mystery. Investigators discovered another name connected to her: Chance Comanche. Chance Comanche, a former NBA G League player, added an unexpected twist to the case. Once a standout high school basketball player in Los Angeles, Chance had played for the Arizona Wildcats before going undrafted in the 2017 NBA draft. His professional career included stints with several G League teams, such as the Memphis Hustle, Cleveland Charge, and Stockton Kings. In April 2022, he briefly joined the Portland Trail Blazers, scoring 7 points in a single game before returning to the Stockton Kings. Coincidentally, the Stockton Kings had a game in Henderson, Nevada on December 5th, the day before Marina disappeared. Despite being Sakari's ex-boyfriend, Chance was reportedly present at this planned meeting with Marina.
This is her ex-boy. This nigga's odd, bro. It's legal, but it's odd. 27-19. All right.
Was this an unplanned coincidence, or was it part of something far more calculated? What initially seemed like a straightforward missing person case quickly spiraled into a tangled web of relationships and motives. Investigators honed in on both Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche. Their presence at the meeting and the suspicious circumstances surrounding Marina's disappearance raised serious concerns. The answer, as investigators would soon uncover, revolved around a Rolex watch, a dangerous rumor, and a deadly plot. A scheme that turned a meeting between friends into a night of betrayal and tragedy. According to reports, Sakari Harnden owned a Rolex watch that Marina had reportedly expressed interest in to mutual friends. But the situation was far more complex. It's alleged that Marina had been spreading sensitive information about Sakari's boyfriend, claiming he had been arrested for a double murder in California, and that Sakari herself was the one who turned him in. This rumor struck at the heart of Sakari's trust, leaving her feeling both threatened and betrayed. Why would her own friend share such damaging claims? The investigation revealed a disturbing twist when police uncovered text messages between Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche. These messages painted a chilling picture of premeditated murder.
If you get a nice little thick piece of rope or something sturdy, I can do it from the back. You got the strap emoji, laughing face emoji, like my friend trying to come and beat OD her.
In one message, Sakari allegedly wrote, "So we finna just take her there and then finna strangle her." These weren't impulsive words spoken in anger. They were cold, calculated discussions of murder. The text messages became the smoking gun that turned a missing person case into a full-fledged homicide investigation.
Yeah.
November 30th to December 6th shows the former couple joking about ways they would kill her, like an overdose or using a gun. Investigators say Comanche confessed to police.
But the messages also exposed an even darker side to the plot. Before deciding to carry out the crime themselves, Chance Comanche reportedly tried to hire someone to kill Marina. He even offered $3,000 for the job. This added another layer of
Oh, because of his. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the? Because her saying the things about him taking care of people out in L.A., offering them in L.A.
to the case. The fact that they couldn't find anyone willing to commit the act didn't deter them. They
For
simply
3
decided to do it
bands.
themselves. Their cold determination painted a picture of two individuals willing to go to extreme lengths to silence Marina. With their twisted plan set in motion, the trap was laid on the night of December 5th. Marina was lured into a meeting under the guise of a double date. Chance Comanche posed as a client interested in kinky sex work, offering $11,000 for an hour. In a text message to Marina, he wrote, "If possible, I was thinking $1K for like an hour and then possibly longer depending on how the vibes go." This offer, designed to entice Marina, set the stage for her final moments.
Damn, there she had a nigga too. Imagine you the nigga, you find out one that your girl passed, but you find out she passed because she was about to do some relations work for $1K an hour. Damn.
What she believed was a lucrative opportunity was, in reality, a carefully orchestrated setup, a deadly plan she wouldn't survive. This was the trap, and Marina, unaware of the deadly plot against her, walked right into it. What she believed to be an ordinary meeting would tragically become the final moments of her life. What unfolded during this encounter is horrifying. On December 5th, surveillance footage captured a haunting image of Marina Rogers entering a liquor store with Sakari Harnden, her alleged killer. This seemingly mundane moment, a quick stop for supplies, would later be remembered as one of the last images of Marina alive. The footage, provided by the liquor store owner who later testified in court, offers a chilling glimpse into her final hours. At this point, Marina had no idea of the danger she was in. The ordinariness of the footage is striking, a stark reminder of how quickly life can take a tragic turn. The events that followed are deeply disturbing. According to Chance Comanche's confession, the meeting took place inside a vehicle driven by him. What began under the guise of a sexual encounter quickly descended into a horrific act of violence. Comanche, who was driving, parked the car in a secluded spot and zip-tied Marina, allegedly as part of a kinky request. He admitted to strangling Marina with an HDMI cord for about 10 seconds but stopped when she struggled. Harnden, however, continued the assault, choking her with her bare hands. This was not a crime of passion. It was a calculated and brutal act. The sheer level of violence is both shocking and horrifying.
Yeah,
After
what
the
the
murder,
fuck?
Comanche and Harnden drove to a remote desert area near Henderson, Nevada. There, they discarded Marina's body in a ditch and attempted to conceal it with rocks. This barren, desolate landscape became Marina's final resting place.
Now almost 2 weeks
Wow.
since Marina Rogers first went missing, Metro
This
has
is also. I don't know who I want to blame. It's just that this young lady was not informed about, like, she was not. Something went wrong early on, I'll say, because my mother, you know, I constantly bring my mom up. She all the time would be like, she would tell me about something, like if I want to go do something, say I want to pop out and I want to do this, she would go through all the possible outcomes and things that could happen to me if I don't move a certain way. If I don't, you can end up in a ditch somewhere, chopped up, somebody chop your body up, throw you in a barrel and ship you off to, like, and I'm like, yo, so it made me so, like, I wasn't paranoid moving around, but I was extremely aware. And this is like one of those things. You're telling me you voluntarily met up with a stranger. I know it was your friend. You met up with a stranger, and when he said put zip ties on you, you went and did that. It's like, yo, what are we talking
provided
about?
an update saying they found her body and they believe to know who's responsible in her death.
The callousness of their actions is deeply unsettling. To treat Marina as though she were disposable, as though her life meant nothing, is heartbreaking. The area near Horizon Ridge Parkway and Gibson Road is now a crime scene, forever tied to this tragic event. This desert held a dark secret that would eventually be uncovered. The search for Marina ended in heartbreak, but the investigation was just beginning.
girl was very young by her friends. Just by how her friends look. I guess they 19 for real. Because they don't even look 19.
On December 13th, 2023, exactly 1 week after Marina was reported missing, police made their first arrest.
A former NBA player and his girlfriend accused of murder. And it's a story the 8 News Now investigators first broke. Vanessa Murphy is here with the latest on the investigation.
Sakari Harnden was taken into custody and initially charged with first-degree kidnapping.
The question remains, why? So far, a possible motive remains unclear, but what we do know, the basketball player and his girlfriend are locked up in jail.
Yet investigators were convinced this was just the start. They suspected a far more serious crime had been committed. Harnden made her initial court appearance, where her bond was set at $500,000. But the full story was far from revealed, and the wheels of justice were only beginning to turn. According to court records, Sakari Harnden admitted to detaining Marina Rogers against her will and without her consent, with the intention of killing her or inflicting bodily harm. Harnden also faced a separate theft charge for allegedly stealing a Rolex watch, which appeared unrelated to the kidnapping case. The investigation was quickly tightening. On December 15th, just 2 days after Harden's arrest, Chance Comanche was apprehended in Sacramento, California. FBI agents arrested him on kidnapping charges, and he was held pending extradition to Nevada. This development sent a clear message. Investigators were confident they had their suspects.
A former NBA player and his girlfriend accused of murder. And it's a story the 8 News Now investigators first broke. Vanessa Murphy is here with the latest on the investigation.
The question remains, why? So far, a possible motive remains unclear, but what we do know, the basketball player and his girlfriend are locked up in jail.
The involvement of the FBI underscored the severity of the case. Court documents revealed that Comanche confessed to strangling Marina Rogers alongside Harnden. He claimed the motive stemmed from a dispute between Harnden and Rogers over a Rolex watch.
Wow.
Both women were reportedly involved in sex work, and although Comanche and Harnden had broken up months prior, they remained in contact and allegedly conspired together to murder Rogers. With both Harnden and Comanche in custody, investigators finally obtained the information needed to locate Marina. Acting on details provided by the suspects, authorities discovered her remains in a desolate area near Henderson, Nevada. The grim discovery confirmed everyone's worst fears. Marina was gone. This was not a case of disappearance. It was a brutal murder. The relief of finding her was overshadowed by the profound sadness of confirming her death, leaving a community in mourning and searching for justice. The focus shifted to the legal proceedings as charges against Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche were upgraded to open murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and first-degree kidnapping. A Clark County grand jury indicted both, and the district attorney considered the death penalty
Look at this nigga. Look how stupid he looks.
due to the crime's brutality. Ultimately, both accepted plea deals, avoiding the death penalty and receiving lengthy prison sentences.
Right.
Marina Rogers was more than a victim. She was a daughter, sister, and friend. Her loss has left an irreplaceable void for her loved ones, who remember her as compassionate and caring.
Contact with Rogers' grandparents. They told me the family doesn't feel comfortable speaking on camera at this time. But the grandmother told me Marina meant the world to her and is devastated by her murder. For now, in the newsroom, Brady Wakayama, King 5 News.
Dang, boy. Oh, wait. Oh, family statement.
Family sent the 8 News Now investigators this statement. We held on to hope for Marina's safe return and are devastated that she will never come home. Marina was kind and compassionate with aspirations for her future. We are grateful to the law enforcement agencies who have worked together over the last 2 weeks to seek answers and continue to seek justice for Marina and our family. We request privacy as we grieve this tragic and senseless loss.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That's crazy, but it's just a testament to, like, bruh, when y'all have kids, if y'all have kids, make sure you tell, like, yo, this, we gotta, this has to be, I feel like this is just so much just la-di-da-di-da, the world is so safe and nothing's ever gonna happen to me. Like, this was just so tie up. It doesn't, That being said, man, let me know what y'all think, bro. Like the video, sub up, comment up, binge the rest of the videos on the channel. And if y'all like videos like this, let me know in the comments, true crime kind of stuff, and I'll keep bringing them to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, we gon' ADD lad do it.